Florida.
1986 Disney's Living Seas opening special, hosted by John Ritter.
Bless.
Laura Bennett, astronaut, aquanaut, Scott Carpenter.
Olivia Newton-John.
Here under the ocean, a man swims with the fishes.
The sea and its images of mystery, legend, romance, and adventure may be the most fascinating world we have left to explore.
Or maybe not.
It's a big blue world.
Eventually it will be.
Sure.
I always see this now. I just want Hugh Jackman to come with an axe and try to get him out.
Oh!
Whoa!
Wait, do you think he was really in the scuba tube?
No
Absolutely
way.
not.
Not in a million years.
Filmmakers at Disney Studios have seen them for over 50 years, and also through the eyes of some pretty fascinating people.
This is like church. It's like Disney church.
Legend of the sea, but also the fact and fiction of the sea.
A lot of people don't know this, but John Ritter invented the sham wow.
Found the Titanic, and compare outer space and inner space with an astronaut who's been.
It's a bomb! It's a bomb, John!
Eyes.
Please remove your human buttocks from the side of the glass. Who am I, John? Am I real? Do I live?
Am I just a submarine with flashlights taped to me?
All your TV sets out there, forget previous order and just keep working for the remainder of the program. Thank you.
Also keep super cool.
Thank you.
Tip your waitresses.
Walt Disney's fascination with the sea goes back to the very beginning of his
Are we
career as a
serious?
filmmaker.
Yeah, Steamboat
His
Willie was
first
really an
Academy
homage to
Award-winning
the sea.
cartoon, full-length feature that demonstrated in one short step how destructive.
If you
and
think an
violent
exhibit on the ocean is cool, just wait until you see the treehouse based on this film.
Walt Disney nearly always had an underlying purpose, and that was
Money.
to make. But what makes this even more special
What?
is that people from all over the world will be able to witness life in the reef as it is and has been for millions of years.
We found this tank when we broke ground on Epcot.
We built around it.
In Walt Disney's original vision of Epcot, the Living Seas was planned to open as part of the first phase in 1982.
Okay, that was a very
But as the
misleading sentence. Walt
Imagineers
Disney did
began
not
the
plan
initial
the Living
planning, they
Seas
soon
whatsoever.
realized the Disney planners believed wholeheartedly in the dignity of animals and were determined to avoid their exploitation.
Luckily, we only killed 3 manatees in
fact,
the construction
care
of
and
this park.
training of the animals that would be the living part of the Living Seas would
These
begin
dolphins
nearly a year
volunteered to
the
come
day
to Disney
before it would
World.
open at
Is it a
the Animal
bear?
Holding
Oh, it's a
Center
dog.
on
I thought that was a
Florida
bear.
Keys. Another thrilling event occurred recently that also involved a legendary vessel, this time a real ship named the Titanic.
Oh
When
dear.
in 70 years, salvage experts and oceanographers had attempted first to locate the position of the Titanic, known to be some 2 miles beneath the surface, and then to determine
If anybody
it was
could be
at all
saved.
reachable. The man responsible for heading that expedition was
James
Dr.
Cameron.
Robert Ballard.
Damn
With
it.
his ship, Dr. Ballard is one of the members of the advisory board of the Living Seas Pavilion, and his rendezvous with the Titanic
But
seems to be
Dr.
only a
Ballard
baby
would
step
say,
in
really,
plans
the
to
Titanic
walk the
found
floor of
him.
the seas, where he embarks later today on a 3-week expedition off the Mexican coast.
He's on house
Right
arrest
now,
on
we've
that
got
boat.
Some pictures of the Titanic never before seen on television. Dr. Ballard?
What?
John Ritter.
Who?
Sorry, John.
How long has finding the Titanic been a dream of yours?
It took 10 years of planning.
And I'm only 17.
I've been in underwater exploration. The Titanic was a Mount Everest, something that was going to happen, and I wanted to be the one that was a part of that happening.
Fair enough.
Window. Even though it was supposed to be the nicest time of year, we still got the dickens knocked out of
Oh,
it.
the
We had
Dickens.
a
Let me
major
tell you,
hurricane
that
go through,
ocean
we
there
had
just
gales
knocks the Dickens right
40
out of you.
knots
It's so
wind, but we had
crazy
enough
and loud
time that we could
and rough
persevere.
out there.
And Mother Nature finally yielded up the Titanic after a hard-fought battle.
You know, we've
Man,
all read
remember when
about
scientists
your
were
adventure with the
heroes?
Titanic.
Then we want to go down and take some really
This is a
close
long
and color
segment
pictures.
on the Titanic.
We come up, we take that film, and we bring it into this lab. Come on in, we'll look at it.
We got the Titanic in the room here.
Pictures from the Titanic. What did you feel like when you finally saw them?
How do you think
Well,
I
we were
felt?
like kids at Disneyland,
Warm,
that's what we were like. And,
bubbly,
it was really one of the most exciting moments
excited.
of my life, and with your high beam. And then all of a sudden, the side of the ship came into place, and you could hear a pin drop.
There it is. You see it?
When, we went over the ship.
Beautiful.
It was one of the most exciting moments of my
I'm
life.
so excited.
Well, what kind of a feeling did you get for the passengers?
Well, you know, there were images that we saw coming up on the television that would just grab you. Images of empty lifeboat davits.
What the
Images
hell?
of
This
where
is so
John Jacob
dark.
Astor-
Clues that you got to what actually
Did this
happened that
exist in Epcot? Did they have like a
Well,
little
when we were
Titanic
doing
section
our search,
in the?
Yeah, you could just Skype this
chugging
guy
away
whenever you
over
wanted.
land, Horizontal Vale, so to speak, over what- And then after we got enough nerve up,
One of us opened up the hatch and swam around it.
I'm sure what he saw was spectacular.
R.I.P. Frank. R.I.P.
I'm gonna draw Goofy like one of my French girls.
This is so long. Is this the whole special?
Preserve that ship from people who will tear it apart.
Like
I
pirates
said,
or
we-
women.
Well, you found the Titanic, Bob, but I got to ask you one other thing.
Have you found my keys?
Though the rest of us have difficulty in tickling the funny bone underwater, one man who never had any trouble at all was Walt Disney. He
Really?
found great... Here's a small sampling of some of his silly sallies in the sub-sea level.
Whoop! Try that again,
Oh.
John. Take it back. Take it back to one. The silly
The writer
Sallies.
spent an hour on that alliteration.
We gotta find every clip that there's even like a droplet of water in on a Disney show.
Most of
Okay?
these aren't even in the water.
I want water. I want buckets of water. I want bubbles. I need everything. Anything you see, anything blue, actually. Okay.
What poor intern had to do this? Is this gonna be 20 minutes too? What?
Wait, what happened? Are we just switch over to MTV? Did you change the channel?
You might be asking yourself, what on earth pop star Simon Le Bon of rock groups Duran Duran and Arcadia has to do with a special on the living seas?
That's what I was
I am
asking.
asking. Yes.
Video Reel provides some of
Tell
the
me.
answers, and it is that encounter that brings us together tonight for some reflection.
When the producers of this show asked me if I wanted to participate,
I said
I
no.
thought about what I could say that would mean something. I looked at poem after poem about the treacherous sea, and the more
Oh my God, this guy's like, daughter's gonna have been killed by the ocean. We're making fun of him.
But the sea I came to know last summer was different from any of those.
Oh God, is it gonna be something
In fact,
tragic?
The only people we capsized during the 600-mile fastnet
Oh my
race.
God.
Early, we found ourselves fighting for our lives, using as our only means of light the faint sunlight that was refracted back from the open sea through an open hatch.
And my hair was never the same.
Of the 6, one was trapped, drowning in his bunk, upside down and screaming in terror until we
Wait.
cut him free.
He was screaming underwater?
Those screams still come back to haunt me.
Oh my God, dude! Read the
I
room!
don't think anything could ever describe the pale blue death.
There it is. Pale Blue Death, everybody. Pale Blue Death on a Disney special.
It's a pale
And
blue
now, sometime
death.
after, the words come slower and much harder. If there is a message in my experience, it is to
Tell
believe
them
in
Disney loves the water.
cooperation. Completed that day
We're
with a
terrible
full
people. I looked it up. Nobody died. We can make fun of this. They're fine.
Or perhaps it is to fear, certainly to respect the wide oceans of the world.
Dear Lord.
What the hell?
All the children run screaming
The
from
world is
this
not our element.
attraction.
We are not, which I think the following words by John Masefield may help to express.
Oh my God, now he's gonna start reading?
I must
He only
go
had
down
that
to
first
the
bit
seas
memorized,
again.
guys.
And all I ask is a merry yarn
Is for
from a
more
laughing fellow
Dramamine.
rover, and a quiet sleep, and a sweet dream when the long trick's over.
Why was that in there?
An old saying that we fear what we are.
Man,
And if
what
the
was going on in
evolutionary theory
1986? The
holds
TV was so sad.
expression, then our fears of the seas are entirely justified. As we were growing
This
up in
is
school,
so
we learned
intense.
And if there's one thing kids enjoy more than eating popcorn and throwing milk duds at our friends across the aisle,
It's celebrating racism with log flumes.
movie house.
Why are we talking about sci-fi movies? This is Attack of the Crab Monsters.
Is enough to stagger the mind.
It's also enough to stagger a lady in a white suit.
Hey.
walking along.
Wait, what? Whoa, man.
What?
Hey, you know.
Quick, head for the boat!
But Julie wasn't afraid. Fortunately, one of her best friends was a midget who owned his own submarine.
Wait,
His name was Raquel, and he meant business.
no one has ever been more
It doesn't
fortunate
really matter how many
than
there
to
are.
have a friend
Actually, they're
who
real
is a little
friendly so
person
long
with
as
a
you don't
submarine.
Rollers.
What's that?
It's either a small earthquake or a large
He's answering the characters?
He is.
What happened to their bodies, Carl? They were eaten.
Dipped in melted butter. Some kind of cruel revenge.
They were delicious.
Neither did the writer.
And nutritious.
I'm so shiny!
And
There's two things I do, breathe air and suck fingers.
They're totally unique personalities.
They also have filthy, filthy mouths.
it looks like they play just like people do and want to get us involved in that.
But they're not really playing.
The part that makes
They're
them
crying.
attract each
You
other.
all make the dolphins sad.
Yeah, they don't like to be touched. Where would that have come along in their evolutionary track? Where would they have liked to be touched?
And they just
Nothing about this is making me want to book a vacation.
again, and we brought him into the pavilion. He swam with them in here, and
This is how we learned that dolphins love dog meat.
It took us about 4 to realize what was happening. We just thought we got bad swimmers. They were fine swimmers.
Imagine, and after a lap,
I'm still processing in my brain, like, the transition from the evil crab monsters to...
Don't think about it, Nate.
Just so you know, guys, the ocean is a place to be feared, but enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they love that.
Oh, that dolphin just got laid. Oh, dear.
I just want to see some guy throwing them.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. Them. They're just getting literally slingshot up in the air.
The dolphins love to be handled. Just touch them. It's the one thing they don't get in the wild is human touch.
It's science.
Dolphins love smooth jazz.
They should have set this to physical.
Is that Olivia Newton-John right there?
No, that's a dolphin.
Quiet, quiet. John Ritter's back on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we really got to pay attention to these transitions, guys.
Turn to the sea for inspiration.
This was the schoolhouse Walt Disney was beaten. What third world country are they filming this in?
America. There's your political commentary.
And if I opened up my heart.
Just open up your heart of the ocean.
What is so special about again?
I don't even understand. Honestly, I zoned out. I don't even know what she's singing about.
That's what I told you. We should have listened to the transition.
Try to imagine, just for a moment, that somewhere in the endless reaches of the universe, on the edge of a galaxy of 100,000 million suns,
Okay, go on.
deep within a cluster of slowly forming planets,
Yeah, I'm getting the
It's
picture.
in my head. Yeah.
of just the right size, lies just the right distance.
We call it the
from its
Goldilocks
mother
sphere.
star,
It's not about the size of the planet, it's what you do with it.
Space of the sky from molten mineral.
Hold up,
formation.
are we on 41 minutes out of 45 minutes of the special telling the history of Earth?
Finally, those clouds of gas and
Yeah.
steam
Yep.
condensed
Should have led with this,
rain
man.
upon that planet.
I think someone just turned into Power Rangers.
Whoop.
The seas were born. The sea realm of our knowledge.
The world was born from a
For it
single
was there,
water drip.
Sheltered from cosmic radiation.
For now.
life on Earth creating.
Why wasn't
more
this
than
about,
half
like,
the
penguins or
Earth's
something?
supply.
Why was this
These
the weirdest
phenomena
special of all
occur
time?
in only relying instead only upon the chemicals.
Ooh, I liked how he said chemicals.
The ocean, and our future survival depends on our being able to use the ocean wisely without destroying it in the process.
Spoiler alert from 2020. Cut to the giant garbage dump in the middle of the ocean.
I think Disney's maintaining this attraction because one day the idea of a clean ocean will be an attraction.
It's today.
I hope it was interesting, informative, and entertaining for you as well. I know
It was something.
the same way, or an ocean,
There was water in it. That's for sure. We did see water.
or even Mickey Mouse.
I hope you peed your pants a little bit. I hope you thought about finality. I hope you realize you're gonna die.
See and do here.
That college kid's being paid no money.
And remember, kids, be kind to the ocean, or it will kill you.